Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your May 2025 reading. This is general, so it will not resonate with all of you. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. Feel free to check your moon and rising, your Venus, other sign placements to see if there's any more clarity or guidance or information in those readings for you if you're looking for a specific answer. We have Shapeshifter, which is the first card that came out, and I'm not surprised by that because you're Scorpio. I have a feeling that you change and you not provide, what's the word I'm looking for? You try to be what people need you to be. And I have fault line, and I feel like it could be, I got two things from this card. I feel like it can be a detriment to yourself, like you could do it, for your own, to your own fault, where you kind of lose sight of who you are, or who you are supposed to be, or who you are meant to be. I feel too with this card that you are one way for some people, one way for another people, one way. It's like, I don't feel like you're your authentic self, and it could be at the fault of yourself. You're not doing yourself any justice. And I also feel with this is that you can sense when things aren't good, and you shift or you morph into whatever it is you're supposed to be for somebody or that situation, if that makes any sense. If you're Scorpio, you'll know. But I feel like things are not, it might not be healthy for you, or it might not be a good thing for you to keep doing because you lose your authenticity. You have spiritual practice, meditation, self-discovery, and spiritual awakening. And I feel like it's almost like the hermit. There's a truth or a truce that you need to find within yourself to be your most authentic self. And being Scorpio, I believe you are very spiritual. Maybe this is talking about a spiritual practice that you're wanting to open or do readings or something like that. But there's some type of spiritual awakening that's, I feel, trying to download or trying to come through. And I almost feel like you're too busy not being your authentic self, that you're missing it. So you need to be quiet, have some meditation, kind of look into this and see where your fault line lies. All right. There's shelter. You're protected. It's like you're protected. So if you're scared of something, if you're scared of being your authentic self, you're protected. Four Pentacles. A Judgment. Your worry could be about finances. Main card. Having enough, balancing things out. It's like, what if I'm my authentic self and I don't make money? Or what if I'm my authentic self? Do I charge? What do I charge? If you have a gift, you feel like you should give because it's a gift, but you have to make a living too. You have to pay your bills too. Judgment is a card of patience. I feel like if there's quiet meditation, if you can sit in peace, if you can contemplate, answers will come. It could come in dreams. Judgment is a do-over. Judgment is wiping the slate clean and starting over. I feel like this is a freedom, like breaking free and being your authentic self, your true self. Coming out of that cocoon, coming out of that, she's kind of coming right up. Or they, he, they. You can see the dot right there, and so, right, it's coming into your own. And I almost feel like finally coming into your own. What is going to bring that forward is walking away from things that no longer serve you. Could be old ideas or ideals or people, places, things. It could be things you really love, things you love to do, but there'll be a greater calling, and I feel like you can't do both. Past energies, Page of Cups. I just feel like, Scorpio, cups are your sign, you know, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, intuitive, psychic, very much nurturing and caring and loving, and romantic and all the things. But this Page of Cups in the past shows me that you have thought of yourself as not ready, or you have thought of yourself as not knowing what other people know, or you have thought of yourself as less than. And again, to the detriment of your own, you know, your own detriment. Oops, sorry about that. Let's kick the camera all over the place. I think it's Maya Angelou that said, when we know better, we do better. And I feel like there's got to be some trust between you and Spirit. There's got to be some trust in yourself. If you can't trust yourself, how's other people supposed to trust you? And there's growth. Yeah, look at that. You went from the page to the knight. This is present. You're getting there. You're trusting yourself. You're taking action. You could be putting yourself out of the box. Maybe you're doing readings. Maybe you're doing phone calls, like giving spiritual advice, or maybe you can connect with, maybe you're a medium. But I feel there's some type of spiritual practice that you are really wanting to do, and you are feeling, I almost feel like you feel the pressure. Maybe that's where the fault line comes in. You're feeling the pressure. It's like, if I don't now, then when? Then when, right? It could come from knowing what you'll have to give up. The Knight of Cups is going to take action on what they truly love and what they want to accomplish. And from the past to the present, there's growth. Future. You have the Chariot. You're moving forward. You're going to move forward with a plan. You're going to move forward with what you want to accomplish. You're going to move forward. I don't know where to put that. That's good. You're going to move forward with your dreams and desires. It's a card of Cancer, which is another water sign. The Chariot reminds you that you're in charge. You can pull back the reins. You can steer to the left. You can steer to the right. You have control. You have control over what's going on. And I think this is going to teach you also to check in with yourself for what you need. It's like checking in with yourself. Revisit yourself. Energy around you is a Hierophant. Or I'm sorry, your energy is a Hierophant. And it talks about your... I feel like your level of commitment, wanting to commit. This can be religion, but I see it also as spiritual. I also see it as like a head of, or an establishment of some sort. There could be somebody around you that can guide you. But I feel, again, there's a time to put books away. There's a time to step up to the plate. And I think the time is now. And I feel like the Hierophant, it's a high card. And it's a card of Taurus. And it is about, now's the time. What are you waiting for? Energy around you is Knight of Pentacles. The sooner you start, the more, money could come in. Pentacles are all money. I don't think that this is a big starter, what you're doing. But again, that Four of Pentacles, wanting that financial stability, you got to start somewhere. And the Knight of Pentacles is an action card. The Hopes and Fears is Empress. Number 3, card of growth. Talking about abundance. What do you want to create? What do you want to grow? Could be a business, could be a spiritual business, could be a spiritual practice, could be a brick and mortar spiritual store. It could be just YouTube readings or something like that. What do you want to create? Again, I feel these cards are directing you to use your talents and use your gifts and not be afraid of the repercussions or what people think, because again, you're protected. Final outcome, we have the Eight of Wands. When you make your mind up, when you decide, it's going to happen quickly. There's going to be a very much outpouring of energy coming in. Golly, I keep kicking that. I'm so sorry. For you in positive feedback. Again, this is talking about not forgetting to take a step back. You're in control. The Chariot, you get to steer the coach. Maybe it's teaching. Maybe it's, again, a store or readings or something you want to accomplish. But I just feel now's the time. Why hold yourself back? Take action. You have 2 knights there taking action, moving forward. And know you're protected. Because, you know, you have that fault line, and I don't like that crack. It's like, take action. Take action. All right, Scorpio, one more card for you guys. Fury. It's got to be anger. You know, depending on where you are at, there could be anger over, you know, you could be worried about people, how they're going to react. Again, I get that from here. It says extreme emotions, once engaged, are hard to put back in container. Anger is a healthy emotion, yet fury is less necessary. Warlike emotions should be tempered unless survival requires it. Emotional intelligence is required at this time. This fury is a difficult emotion both to feel and have directed at you. Fury feels extreme and uncontrollable. It is important to explore and work through such emotions and be able to understand what they are and what they mean. Unpacking why you feel intensity helps us to balance the fury. The element of fire. I just feel with this card, it's just maybe preparing you that not everyone's going to be... it's like the ones that get it, and you'll be accepted with open arms, but there'll be the few that will, you know, probably cause a stink. And I feel this card is just a warning. It's not necessarily going to happen, but if it does happen, how are you going to handle it? How are you going to handle it? You need to be the bigger person. You need to be somebody that is going to, you know, be calm and explain things and, you know, talk about not being, you know, evil and all the things that other people think when they see tarot cards, or they see spiritual healers, or they see spiritualists or anything like that. Because, you know, again, you have the Empress, you have this beautiful creation, and it's time. It's time, I feel like, before this crack gets bigger, and then it's too late because you can't cross over. There's always going to be naysayers no matter what you do. You could be a hairdresser, you could be a nail tech, or there's going to be someone that's not going to like what you do or who you are or your hair, your eye color, you know what I mean? But the shapeshifter, to me, needs to shapeshift one more time and be your authentic self. Be true to yourself, not necessarily lose the aspect that you can't relate to others, because I think that's a lot of where shapeshifting comes in, where you can put yourself in others. You know, you have empathy and you can put yourself in others' shoes, so to speak. And I don't think you need to lose that, but I just think you need to not feel like you have to match everybody's vibrational match to be liked. You're protected, you'll be okay. This is some type of spiritual development that you need to get out in the open. It could be, you know, crafting something. I don't know what it is, but there's this push for you to live your authentic self finally, and put yourself out there. All right, Scorpio, let me know if this resonates and how. If you want to, if you don't want to leave a comment, you can just give a thumbs up so I know that it resonated with you. I'd appreciate that. If you know any other Scorpio that this sounds like, please feel free to share. I'd appreciate as well. Ask you to take care of yourselves and each other. Stay safe and be blessed. Scorpio, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.